While the rest of the world argues about what artificial intelligence might someday do, Japan is already using it to solve real human problems. Paralyzed patients are walking again. Elderly people are being lifted safely by robots that monitor their vital signs around the clock. Medicine is reaching remote islands in 10 minutes instead of 45. And people with severe disabilities who cannot leave their homes are serving customers in cafes and restaurants through robot avatars. This is not a vision of the future. This is Japan right now. The robot that heals your brain. Start with the most remarkable medical breakthrough on this list. Meet HAL, the hybrid assistive limb. This is an exoskeleton that reads your brain directly. 9 electrodes attach to your legs and detect faint electrical signals generated when you think about moving. HAL reads that intention and physically moves your legs for you. But here is the extraordinary part. As you train with HAL, your brain begins rewiring itself. The neural connection between brain and muscle grows stronger. Movement returns, first with HAL, then without it. Spinal cord injuries, strokes, paralysis. HAL does not just help you walk, it teaches your brain how to walk again. This is not a crutch. This is healing technology that the medical world is still struggling to fully explain. The robot that never sleeps. Once you have addressed broken bodies, the next challenge is protecting aging ones before something goes wrong. Japan built AIRC for exactly that purpose. AIRC is a smart caretaking robot that monitors elderly patients continuously. It checks vital signs, it detects falls, it alerts nurses instantly. Think about what that means in practical terms. A doctor in the room, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, silent, watching, protecting. The robot never gets tired, it never gets distracted, it never has a bad shift. Japan also built Riba for the heavy physical work that destroys human backs. This robot picks up patients, moves them between beds, changes their positions, and handles lifting that injures nursing staff every single day. Riba has the strength of 10 nurses. And then there is Robear, Riba's friendlier cousin, a bear-shaped robot that lifts and carries elderly people with a gentleness that feels almost impossible for a machine. Elderly patients smile when they see Robear. That reaction matters more than most people realize. Independence through technology. Japan did not stop at medical care. They thought about independence. Meet Rakuro, a small self-driving robot that sits one person inside and takes them wherever they need to go. No pushing, no steering. No physical effort. The rider presses a button on their phone and Rakuro navigates there automatically. And because designers understood that technology frightens elderly users, they gave Rakuro a face, 2 eyes. A mouth. The robot shows exactly what it is doing, turning left, moving forward, stopping, so riders always understand what is happening around them. For visually impaired travelers, Japan built the Marin AI suitcase, a smart autonomous robot designed to guide blind people through airports, shopping malls, and train stations completely independently. Set your destination using voice commands or smartphone swipes. The suitcase uses laser sensors and depth cameras to detect obstacles and map the environment. Grip the handle and vibrations guide your direction. For the first time, visually impaired people can navigate complex public spaces without a guide dog or human helper. Pure AI technology, restoring freedom to people who desperately needed it. Companionship as medicine. Here is where Japan does something no other country has prioritized at this scale. They recognize that elderly people need more than physical care. They need connection. They need to feel heard. So, Japan built robots for companionship. Kirobo was the first talking robot astronaut, developed by the University of Tokyo, Toyota, and JAXA. Just 34 centimeters tall and 1 kilogram, it lived on the International Space Station and held real conversations with astronaut Koichi Wakata using voice and facial recognition. It earned 2 Guinness World Records for being the first companion robot in space and for the highest altitude robot conversation ever recorded. Then there is AIBO, a robot dog that recognizes your face, learns your name, and develops its own unique personality over time. No mess, all companionship. Lovert is a ball of pure emotional chaos that cries when you ignore it and giggles when you hug it. It makes elderly people feel needed again. And Paro is a robotic baby seal that learns individual personalities and genuinely calms people experiencing dementia and agitation. Doctors prescribe it as actual medicine. Japan did not just invent robots, they turned robots into therapy for the loneliest people in the world. Delivery reinvented completely. Japan approached delivery from every possible angle simultaneously. Wingcopter is a fixed-wing drone aircraft hitting 240 km per hour. In Nagasaki's Goto Islands, these machines deliver medicine between islands in 10 minutes, blood samples requiring exact temperature control, emergency supplies, all reaching communities that ferries take 45 minutes to reach. This is not convenient. This is literally saving lives. For everyday ground delivery, Japan built Deliro, an autonomous delivery robot rolling through the streets of Tokyo at 6 km per hour. This four-wheeled machine has expressive eyes that show emotions. When someone blocks its path, it gets tearful and politely says, "Excuse me, coming through." It delivers food, medicine, and snacks, rides elevators independently, and already operates on public streets in partnership with Japan Post. Robots that give people jobs. This is the part most people miss entirely. Japan built avatar robot cafes where the robots are not entertainment, they are lifelines. The OriHime robot and the taller OriHime D are piloted remotely by people working from home, people with ALS, spinal cord injuries, serious illnesses that prevent them from leaving the house. These pilots greet customers, take orders, serve drinks, and joke around with visitors from different countries. More than 80 pilots who would otherwise be completely isolated at home are employed through this system. These robots do not replace human connection. They make human connection possible for people the world had given up on. The machines that redefine scale. Japan also built Kaleido 9, a humanoid robot by Kawasaki Heavy Industries standing exactly 180 centimeters tall and weighing 85 kilograms. It can lift 18 kilograms while walking smoothly without losing balance. Reinforced waist and leg joints give it superhuman stability. Advanced sensors function as eyes and ears simultaneously. You can control it remotely using a VR headset from anywhere on Earth. A modular gripper system means you swap hands depending on the task: sweeping, carrying, building. The applications range from disaster response to factory floors to construction sites. And then there is Archax. This is not a humanoid. This is a mech, a real drivable robot that you sit inside like a cockpit. Developed by Japanese engineers, Archax stands 4 meters tall and weighs 3.5 tons of pure mechanical power. It has 2 arms with hydraulic strength and 4 legs for movement. It walks, it climbs. It fights other robots in organized competitions. Archax represents the future of heavy construction, disaster response, and applications the world has not fully imagined yet. Japanese engineers did not just build humanoids, they built a giant robot you can drive. The robots you once only saw in anime are real, and Japan built them to solve the hardest problems humanity faces.